Welcome again to this channel. Thank you so much that you could click on that thumbnail to watch this video. So if you're new here, please consider subscribing. Also like this video and leave a comment. I would want to know what you think of this video, and also it will help the algorithm to recommend this video to more people. So lately here in Kenya, there has been a lot of prophecies about our nation Kenya, and particularly on the death of some prominent people in Kenya. According to some prophecies, they are claiming that a prominent person will die, which will require the Kenyan flag to fly at half-mast. And as we know, in many nations, including Kenya, for a flag to fly at half-mast, it has to be someone who is very prominent, maybe a national leader or someone who has made a great contribution in the country. So lately, another prophet has prophesied that there has been, I don't know whether it's a prophecy or it's a discernment, a word of wisdom, where there are people who are planning the assassination of our president Ruto, and he is claiming that their plan is to assassinate him in September so that they can take over the government. And that one was guided. That one is what even led to the death of the commander-in-chief of the armed forces, the late Francis Ogola. So he's saying that all these are connected, and I want you to listen to the video. Then after that, I shall give you my comments. Let's listen to the video. I have a message. 3 months ago, it was in January, before I traveled to Dubai, the Spirit of God showed me a revelation 3 months ago. There are people who I talked to about it. If you're here and there's something I told you about the month of September, lift your hand up. Have you heard me talk about the month of September? There are 3 people right here. I told them there is something God is showing me will happen in Kenya in the month of September. I asked them whether I should talk about it or not. They told me, "Prophet, talk about it." I have been struggling with it. It got to a point I forgot about it. But again, it has come back again because I've heard other prophets talk about it. Here in Kenya, there is the death of a prominent person, and that person will not die because they deserve to die. No. He will die because there are people who are close to him who want to eliminate him. And that's no other but President Samoei William Ruto. Ruto is the father and a husband to someone. In the month of March, 3 months since January, since I had that thing. But when I was in Kisumu, even when you go to my previous videos, I was telling God I don't want anything related to politics in Kenya. I just want to preach the gospel. And I can see other prophets talk about it. There is a plan to assassinate William Ruto. And the plan is being planned by people who are close to him. People who he is eating with, dining with. But I always say every day, even though I have had my own problems and reservation with President William Ruto, as a prophet, not at a personal problems, as a prophet, my problem as a prophet with William Ruto is the poor are struggling in Kenya and they continuing to be more poorer. The orphans are struggling, the widows are struggling. That's my only problem with Ruto as a prophet. While there are people who got into office with President Ruto when they were poor, when they were in lack, but right now they can even lend money to the government. The wealth they have today, it's twice the wealth they had when they got into government. And it's not from their salaries, it's because of corruption. And my prayer has been, one day God will raise a leader who will call every rich person in this nation and account where they got their wealth. And if it's found they stole from the Kenyans, there will be two options: either to return what they stole, or they will be sentenced to life imprisonment and all the wealth taken from them. We still have not had such a leader, or maybe they are not born, but one day they will be born. If he has not yet been born, one day he will be born. If he is not yet born, one day he will be born. That has been my problem as a prophet with President William Ruto. My only problem with Ruto is as a prophet, not as a person. All my days, the prophets have fought for three people: the orphans, the widows, and the poor, because that is in the heart of God. We are fighting for the widows because our God is their husband. We fight for the orphans because God is their father. We are fighting for the poor because our God is their helper. That has been my problem with President William Ruto. But even if I have problem with President William Ruto, I am praying today. Everyone who is planning to eliminate William Ruto, I'm praying right now the angel to expose all of them, and President Ruto will not die. As you have heard in that video, I've translated from Kiswahili to English for the sake of those who don't understand Kiswahili. And basically, as you've heard, he's talking about close people to the president who are planning to assassinate him so that they can take power. And he's also saying that how the death of the commander of the Kenya Defense Forces, Francis Ogola, the reason he was assassinated, according to this prophet, it's because if this plan goes through in September, General Ogola would have requested for fresh elections that would have sabotaged their plan. So they wanted to install a leader, or rather another general, who, in case their plan to assassinate Ruto goes through, then that person would allow the next person who designated a person, successor of the current president in case of death, to take over without any elections. So it's quite I don't know, an alarming prophecy that we need to watch out. The security apparatus in this country, they need to be careful. Those who protect the president, they need to watch out and ensure that there is proper security for the president, so that such a thing would happen in the Republic of Kenya. So thank you so much for sticking to the very end of this video. And I hope you will pray for this nation, pray for our leadership in Jesus' mighty name. So until the next video, please remember to subscribe, like, and leave a comment. Thanks.